One thing that made me really sad about Bill Cosby, before he got fully canceled and went to jail or whatever, was he tried to uplift the Black community in his speeches and his talks,
Why you say
universities.
try? I think he accomplished it.
Absolutely. I'm talking about more with some of the things he said with, we're better than this.
Right.
We don't need to talk like this. One thing that he pointed out that he got a lot of crap for was the number of Black kids born out of wedlock. And it was like 72%. I think it's still around that number.
Meanwhile, I'm raping bitches.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Before we knew that part, which
Right.
happens to be kind of important.
Yeah.
Before all that came out,
Yeah.
his point is correct, that the breakdown of the family in any culture, but we're talking specifically about the Black community, the breakdown of the family has serious effects. And he said, hey, young men, be there, be a father. We don't need to be a sperm donor. Like, we can be better. But he got shit for that. A ton of it, for trying to uplift and calling people out and trying to hold people accountable. And it was, the crap he caught was all from the Black community. I'm not asking like why, like you in particular, but as far as conversation goes, why would that be when you have a man who has made it and helped others around him make it and sees from afar, I want you and you and you to make it too. And here's one way to do it. If we abandon our children, that's not going to help us. But that was received terribly by the Black community.
You know, it feels like to me certain aspects, and listen, no one really likes to be held accountable,
Yeah.
but it seems like we kind of Babe Ruth not being held accountable. You know, there are certain things that, I don't particularly like that we do within the community. And then that gets twisted into, I listen, Bill Cosby, one of the things he said was black men pull your pants up.
Mhm.
I can't stand when I'm in public and I see brothers with their ass out. It's such a ridiculous look. And first of all, if you know the history of
The
it,
history of it, that's the worst part.
yeah.
Can you please educate people who might not know?
Yeah,
Prison.
in prison, when your pants were sagging, it was to signify that you were takeable. And the funny thing is, I do a joke. I'm gonna probably reference this a lot, but I do a joke about having a prostate exam.